Today we are working
Calesita.
Hello everyone and welcome to Tango at Home.
Today we are going to work calesitas and the technique behind. But before, we want to thank our sponsors and Trescolon for all your support. And now, let's go!
Vamos! To enter the Calesita, we will go from a side step and then we will start moving around the partner. Now let's see step by step. We start with the side step, and in this moment I need to relax my embrace, bring the intention a bit up like a breathe, and then exhale, breathe out the movement towards the open side of the embrace, there. So I go side and I breathe out. And zoom. I already start moving around.
I still didn't move, I just moved my free leg.
We don't want to come here and then already start moving, because I'm going to hit her leg and she has to guess that she has to collect to avoid that.
So this will be a voluntary movement instead of a leg movement.
So we go side, boom, start breathing out. Now we reach this position, and this is really important, that our hips are almost in a parallel position, let's say 160, 180, or 170. From here, she will use the grips that she has in my back and her articulations to generate the movement. This hand in this Calesita we don't really need. I'm not pushing her from here to come, and I'm not holding her from here to come. She's using my back as I turn around to be in the Calesita. And this hand, my right hand, works as a support to bring her back to her axis with the micro adjustments that needs to be done.
My followers, I really want you to think in your embrace right after the leader relaxes us so that we project the leg forward. So at this point, some of us, we tend to stiffen up because we think that we are going to help the leaders to turners. No, I want you to relax your embrace, but not collapse, all right? I want you to be present, to activate your wrist joint, your elbow, and your shoulder to allow the energy that you will receive from the leader's back to pass through your frame and through your body. And it's by having this activation that you will be able to turn, being in your axis, all right? We will have this hand with him, but in this specific Calesita, the most common one, we don't need to hold his hand. Everything passes through this side of our embrace. And just one last point, avoid this.
So we enter the Calesita. Let's see how we can maintain it. We go side, we relax the follower, and we are ready to start the Calesita. We have the almost parallel relation of the hips, and now leaders, just do back steps on the double beat. Back and back and back and back and. This is how you will move around the Calesita. Don't think of doing too much steps there, because the Calesita is a movement for the follower. It's not about showing off your movements in this moment. She is the center of attention there. So we will go side, relax, and we will move with back steps around the follower on the double beat. Now, you may have heard many times before that we try to do steps on the same distance from the follower. It's like the circle, and in the center is the follower. We also say that to our students, but we want you also to think in another point of view. What really matters in the Calesita? That she's in her axis. Okay, so yes, it's good if you step in the same distance because it creates a feeling of symmetry, but if you are going to open a bit or close a bit, use your articulations to not disturb her axis.
And followers as well. If they open, allow your joints, your elbow and your shoulder to also open. Okay.
Which means that now I'm leading the Calesita and I'm close to Rita. But maybe I want to open for some reason. We will use our joints and then we can continue the Calesita here. For whatever reason we may want to do that, but use your joints to
It might happen.
to keep her in the axis. Now that we know how to enter and how to maintain the Calesita, let's see the difference between a Calesita that I give the freedom to the follower to express the music in any way she wants, and the Calesita that I tell to my follower, wait, I'm going to lead everything. So, the difference comes from the intention in my embrace. When I want her to feel the freedom, then my hands will be relaxed and she will not feel any blockage when she wants to turn around. The power is from my back, so I use my back to turn her and my hands have supportive roles. She uses the frame that I'm providing to move in any way she wants. If I want to tell her, stop, I'm going to lead everything, then I will contract a bit the embrace so that she feels in a way, okay, he's ready to lead something, but I'm not squeezing her. I contract the embrace, I still use my back to turn her, and then I use my frame to lead as I would be leading if we were not turning. The same things that I do here to lead, I do just in the moment that we are turning.
And this, he led me. An exercise for the followers and leaders as well is to practice with a broomstick. So you are going to release your left leg and you're going to do a small dissociation to your left. And this is the beginning of the Calesita. Now what you will do, you have your frame active and you are going to use your core to help you pivot. There. Now, why do I wrap my feet? Because if I use this to represent my leader, what happens is that if I don't wrap, I might kick him because he's there. So I want to wrap to avoid the contact. Now, he will keep going in that direction, which means that now I will release my free leg and I don't use my standing leg to pivot. And now I collect my leg and I project forward. And this is the change of side. So we start in side 1, side 2, release, side 1. Now you know how to enter the Calesita, how to maintain. Let's see how we can exit the Calesita. And we will give you 3 options using the 3 directions of Tango. Forward, side, and backwards. Let's go.
So, we will start as we did before, side step, prepare, and we enter the Calesita. Let's start with exiting the Calesita with a forward step for the follower. All we need to do is prepare our step with the right and then do a side step with our left, leading our follower in front of us. Let us show you in the Calesita, side and forward. Exiting the Calesita with a back step. To exit the Calesita with a back step for the follower, we need to pivot her first. In order to do it and have a nice feeling, you need to create a space between your hip so that she can pivot. Alright, don't block her hip from pivoting here. And it helps you to do that if you do a side step with your right leg around your partner. This will create a torsion here from your movement, helping you turn her, and then you exit with a back step and then continue with a cross step. And now exiting the Calesita with a side step for the follower. same beginning. We enter the Calesita, and then we will pivot the follower halfway, and we will exit with a side step. And that was all for today. If you like our videos, smash the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell to know when we upload new videos.
If you have any questions, write down in the comments below or send us a message and we will be super happy to answer you.
Now leaders, don't forget that today's video is about Calesitas. And don't forget that Calesitas is all about the followers. Give them time and let them sign and lead the Calesitas. It's a really nice movement that you give time to them to express the music the way they want.
Thank you. Also talking about thank you, we want to thank our sponsors Enter Scotland for all your support. It means a lot to us. But also
we want to thank each and every one of you who is donating and realizing that a single sponsorship is not enough to support 4 teachers with their school closed. So to all of you who are donating, really a big thank you from our hearts. You are an equally important part in making this possible.
Exactly. And this Thursday, don't miss the video from Sara and Juanpi, where they will be working the musicality using the Calesita.
That will be really
awesome,
interesting.
so don't miss it. And also talking about don't miss it, don't miss this Saturday Tango Cafe, because we will have a super important guest. It's going to be Gunilla, so join us, don't miss it. And on Sunday,
we will have the choreo class as usual. It's not something that I have to really be spectacular about, so...
But it will depend on the weather again. If it's good weather, we go to the park. If not, we keep doing it at home. Till then,
have a
wonderful
great week.
And see you soon.
Ta-ta, everyone. Let them sign, give them time, don't try to steal their moment, and let them go to that.
Exactly.
Lead Calesita. Give this. What can I say that? It's about a moment that you will make them like a flower blooming the dance floor. Everyone should be watching your followers.
Balloon.
Be careful, guys. I'll be watching you.
Oh yeah.
So with your right, you give an extra torsion in the embrace, and you actually lead here to pivot. You need to lead here to pivot. So we are doing back, and now with my right, I will do
below or send us a message and we'll be able to
7, 10.